Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of flickSPOT. Today we'll be checking out Captain Phillips. The film centres around the 2009 hijacking of the US container ship Mask, Alabama by Somali pirates.
Commanding Officer Captain Phillips, played by none other than Tom Hanks, squares off against Muse, played by Bakhad Abdi, in this fast-paced, frantic thriller from none other than Paul Greengrass, known for The Bourne Supremacy and The Bourne Ultimatum.
Kerryn, what did you think about this film?
I love this movie. I thought the pacing was fantastic, really gripping thriller, and what a situational movie.
Look, I agree with you 100%. Yes. Everything about this film was just phenomenal. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. You know, the pacing, the way it was shot, the acting, the whole package for me was great.
Speaking of the way it's shot, I was a little bit concerned at the beginning, bit of shaky cam there, trademark Greengrass.
I do have to agree with you. I actually had some concerns there as well, but then as the movie progressed, I completely forgot about it. Yeah. And then I also realised, hey, you know what? We're actually in water, so if I was sitting in a little boat, I'm going to be moving around a little bit as well.
Exactly, yeah.
So I completely forgot, and it actually absorbed me into the film a little bit.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it as well, and you get completely absorbed in the moment and the way the story unfolds.
Absolutely.
We didn't find out too much about Captain Phillips at the beginning.
Was a little disappointed with that, actually. I did feel that they could have concentrated another 10 minutes, or maybe even another 15 minutes on his character and his development.
But then you did sort of get attached to him as the movie progressed.
Yeah, look, I felt more and more connected to him and more caring about what was going to happen to him as the film went on. And I really feel that you knew more about him, even though they didn't really show you much more about him, just because of the way things were going on.
Yeah, his decisions that he's made and the way he's reflected to the crew as well.
Yeah, and I think Tom Hanks had a lot to do with that. His acting, come on. Oscar nomination, anyone?
Yeah, if he doesn't get a win, he needs a nom, definitely.
Oh, look, it'd be a crime against humanity.
Which is what the film's about.
Absolutely. So, look, I do have to say, though, supporting roles. Come on.
Bakhad Abdi, this guy comes out of nowhere. And to square up against somebody like Tom Hanks, what a performance.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely believed his character as a Somali pirate.
And I like how Greengrass doesn't stamp them as, cliche bad guys.
Yeah, absolutely. You find a little bit of backstory and you kind of actually have a genuine care about these guys at times.
Yeah, there's a hierarchy there and these guys are getting pushed out to do these terrible deeds and they don't really have any choice.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't do them, they don't come home. Yeah. And at points you kind of feel really sorry for these guys, but then at other points in the movie you're like, I hate these guys, get rid of them, they're bad guys.
Get off the ship.
Yeah, so I felt they captured that really, really well, and I mean, once again, the acting from that, I would have to say, played a lot in how that was delivered to the audience. So
the pace though is really, really something.
As I said before, edge of your seat.
I didn't even know how long the movie went for.
No,
I was just absorbed the whole time.
Yeah, I agree, and right up until the end credits, and the final moments of this movie, like, come on, the acting was just
There's a real
great.
Emotional moment there, and Tom Hanks, it's performance of his life, I think.
Oh yeah, and look, we all know that you had a bit of a cry there. I know you did. You did say that you just had a bit of a well up, but we know a bit of a choke. But Tom Hanks' delivery was just second to none.
Yeah, still.
Yeah. And I mean, other things about this film that I really enjoyed was little things like the score. The music, you kind of forgot that there was actually any music, but there was actually things going on there. So I really liked the way that the whole package was delivered. And
I like also too, actually, that the US weren't these heroic people.
Oh yeah, they weren't flying in trying to bomb everything. They actually had like a certain way they had to go about it, and it felt believable.
Yeah, it felt very real.
And we're talking about very real. This is actually based on a true story. And I did a little bit of research here, and I actually found out that a lot of the events in this film actually unfolded almost exactly like they happened in the film and how it's portrayed in the film. There's a few small differences, but a lot of
I think I read somewhere that Captain Phillips wasn't so heroic as they portrayed in the movie. But
it is Hollywood.
It is Hollywood.
Yeah,
and it's Tom Hanks.
That's true. He can get away with it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I definitely felt that they captured that true element of the story that's there, and it actually made me want to find out a little bit more about what actually happened from watching this film.
Yeah. And what these guys have to go through, like as a cargo ship runner, like they have to deal with this. They don't have any training, they don't have any armed weapons. So
and I think the way the film captured their characters as well, like they were angry but they were scared, and you really got a bit of mixed emotions about what the crew was feeling on this cargo ship as well, and how the captain had to deal with that.
Great escalation throughout the whole movie.
It kept on getting more and more and more. I was so tense, and I think they really captured the emotions really well. They've casted this superbly, in my opinion, and I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. I know that's not so high for me, but I could take almost a 5 out of 5. But I think I don't want to get away with that just yet. But I have to say, movie of the year perhaps for me.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5, and I completely agree. Possibly movie of the year. Great thriller, definitely one you want to see in a big cinema.
Oh, you want to catch this one.
Big sound.
100% agree with that. The sound, the picture, the way it's all
You
done.
just get
You want
it
this in
completely
movies.
absorbed, and I think Greengrass delivers another fantastic movie. So check this one out. It's in cinemas now, and join us next week when we check out
Cool. See you then.